day 30. You see these crazy eyes? You see these crazy eyes? Crazy eyes equals the realization. Crazy eyes realizes how crazy I've been to have believed something else for so long in my life. So today, free to speak your truth. Free to speak your truth. First of all, can you even know what your truth is? First of all, can you go inside and trust that little voice? That big voice, that knowing inside of you. Okay, and don't give me that, oh, I don't know what I don't know what my voice is saying. I don't know how I feel. Like, no. Like, I always know what I'm feeling. I'm just too afraid to speak it. That's what I'm realizing. I don't want to admit my truth because I'm too afraid to hurt somebody. I'm too afraid about what other people are going to think. I'm too afraid about this or that or not having enough of this or that. It's like, like the biggest pain is not speaking your truth. Well, at least for me right now. I don't know if that's really true, but it feels true right now for me in this moment. And everything is moment to moment. Everything's changing. But okay, today I want to speak about the pain of not speaking your truth. Have I said that already? Okay, here's a little story for you. And I hope by listening to my story, you won't have to make the same mistakes. Or maybe you have, and then you don't feel so bad because you're not the only one who's like fucked up so many times. But you know what? Effing up is, you can learn, you can grow, and you cannot repeat the same mistake. Okay, so I made a video a few days ago. If for those of you who don't know, catching you up to speed, I'm exploring this world of polyamory. I don't want to call labels, I know, whatever, like throw all the labels away. But anyways, I'm into like this multiple dating thing and like open relationships or whatever you want to call it, exploring this, okay? And yeah, dating is freaking awesome because like in relationships, because it just brings up everything to be seen. Because it's like, okay, yeah, like I can go on this video and I can like spill my guts and like cry and like break down and seem crazy and whatever. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care, okay? Because it's just like me talking to a camera. Oh, but when you're in a relationship, can you do the same thing? Can you do the same thing? And I was like, nope, I can't. There's something so simple I can't do. So here's what I couldn't do yesterday. I go on a date with this guy. And, you know, we've gone dinner and, like, this is, I think, a third time hanging out or whatever. And it was like, okay, like, go to his house, you know, because, oh, let's cuddle. Yeah, we know what that means. So I was like, okay, yeah. So we got some sushi. He taught me how to shoot a gun. I was like, that's a great way to start a date. Give a girl a rifle. So after screaming and adrenaline pumping, we went back to his place and got some sushi to go. And all my dates involve sushi these days. So anyways, I go back and it was like that knowing. It was like, you know, we're about to sit down and like all I wanted to do was just like connect and like be and like and have like a deeper dive, a deeper conversation, like, and just like, who are you? Like really explore and have fun. But instead, like he clicked his remote and turned on Netflix. And I was like, there was this instant, like, not like anger. It was more like, oh, like I just wanted to connect. But what did I do? Did I speak my truth? No, I shoved it back in myself and didn't speak. And so what happens when you do that? I was like, you know, on the mind over rules. Oh, don't worry, Callie. You haven't watched a movie in a while. Like, just sit back, chill, relax. Like, but meanwhile, the inside is like, oh, I just wanted to go. Like, okay, I'll connect in another way. So I was like, okay, after we eat, like, cuddle. And then it's like, cuddle led to like, heaty, sexy time, you know? And the next thing you know, it's like, okay, we're in his bed. And then it's like, again, that inner voice was like, have a talk, like, talk about this. And it was just like, and then I was like, I'm too afraid, I can't talk. Like, I want to connect first. I don't want to just, like, have sex. Like, oh, I want connection. I'm so done with, like, meaningless, like, just, like, oh, like, sex for sex. But then again, I have a really high sex drive, and I haven't had sex in a long time. So I was like, okay, let me do this. Uh-oh, my neighbors are home. So, oh my God, do you see what just happened? I just had to cut the video because my neighbors just drove in the driveway. Like, what is that even about? What am I hiding? I'm hiding something. Oh my God, see, this is so crazy. It's just like starting to see all these patterns, like, wow, Callie, like, why can't you speak your truth? Why couldn't you just say, like, I want to connect, or I'm not ready for this. Like, you know, what is that part that's like so afraid? It's like, oh, I don't want somebody to judge me, or oh my God, I'm judging myself. Like, it's just like all this stuff, you know? So anyways, back to the story. So yeah, we go ahead, we have sex, and then it was like afterwards, then I was like, I felt this pain, you know, that pain, like, have you ever like connected with somebody, like had sex with somebody, and then afterwards you're just like, why did I do that, you know? And so I was like, oh, this isn't about you, because you're so great, like we had such a great connection, it's not you, but it's just like, it's just me, it's all me and my creation, you know? And so then I was like, I finally like got the guts, and I was like, oh, that came out, I think, was like, I'm feeling a lot. And he was like, don't make a big deal about it. Like, you know, and he's like, and it was just like, don't make a big deal about it. Like, this feels like the end of the world. Like, it was just like a heart stab into my chest. And I was like, just wanting to cry and cry and cry and cry. And so instead of saying like what I needed, which is like, can you just hold me so I can cry? Instead, what happened? Like, no, I shut up. And he was like, okay, I'm going to go take a shower. And left me alone. And so I just cried and cried and cried. But, you know, it was so beautiful. Like, I've had that situation happen before because I'm so sensitive and I'm so emotional. But this time what I did is I just, like, held myself and I was like, oh, Callie, I love you. It's okay. And I just cried and I just like gave myself what I wanted in him. Like what I wanted him to give me, I just gave to myself. I mean, it was so beautiful and I'm so glad this happened. I'm actually really glad that that happened, you know? Because I was like, wow, there's so much of me that wants to judge me for like doing something against my morals or against my belief system. It's like, oh, how dare you have sex without connection? Like you said you were gonna like, you know, that this is gonna be a lot. But it's like, no, it's actually kind of good it happened. So I got it like out of my system and like also learned how to like just love myself, love that aspect of myself. And now it's like, oh my God, because I did that, then it's like with this other guy that I'm dating, like we haven't intimately been together yet, and like we're seeing each other tomorrow, and it's like, so then I was able to like connect with him and tell him openly what just happened with this other guy, like how even after that happened, like I tried to connect with him and he just couldn't hold that space. Like it's not his fault, like I love him so deeply, but he's just not at that space to like just be with me in silence and presence. Like, you know, he's still like, you know, I don't want this to sound judgmental, but it's still very intellectual and analytical and like talking. And I'm like, oh, just presence. And he doesn't even grasp what that is. And even with the pointings, it's like, can't even touch that, you know? And I think there's this part of me of like, just love him how he is. And it's like, okay, I do love him as he is, but it doesn't mean I have to sleep with him. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Like, I don't have to sleep with him, but like, I love him. And I think that was like my problem my whole life. Like, I just love everybody. So then it's just like, I just want to have sex because that's the only way I know how to connect with you. It's just like, have sex with you. I'm just going to have sex with you. I was like, oh my God, Kelly, you don't have to have sex with everyone that you love because actually you kind of love everyone. And that doesn't mean you have to have sex with everyone. So anyways, so I had to talk with, I gotta like come up with like code names for these guys because I don't want to give away their identity. So anyways, I was talking to the married one and yeah, and so then because of that happening, I was like, fuck this, I'm speaking my truth. Like, and I started opening up about everything. I was just like, okay, here's this and this and this and this and this. Like, this is me. This is my truth right now. Like, it might seem, because everyone's like, Callie, just like my friends are like, just go gently on him. Like, you don't have to divulge everything. You don't have to dive in deep right away. But it was like, no, this is coming out. I just have to let it out. It's like, I sound like a crazy person. I think I say that in every video too. But no, like, I'm so glad I did. And it was just like, because I was like, I can just unleash this and I know I can hold whatever comes back. And actually it created this whole opening and he just was like, oh my God, like, and then he started to be vulnerable. He's like, I've been holding back from you. Oh my God. Like, I want to see all of you. Like, I want to hold like you know, like your your strengths, your weaknesses, like what's ugly, what's beautiful, like it's all beautiful, you know. And I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. And I was like, yeah, and I feel guilty because I'm like, I need connection before I have sex, but I don't want to be one of these emotional women that need to like connect before they have sex. Like I was like, oh, let me just like stay true to whatever is here in the moment, not put a label on it, because sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. And it's just like to be just so radically honest, like with what I'm feeling here and now, and can I speak that? And then it's like when I speak it, it's so fucking beautiful. Like it's so fucking beautiful, you know. And it even happened today as well. Like I don't know if I should go into this story too. I just tell so many stories. But anyways, it's like somebody that I had, you know, held back a lot of what I truly felt. And I also opened up a dialogue with him, and I was just like, okay, here's what I feel. This is what I've been thinking. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I've been so and I just like fucking like laid it all out for him. And then it was so beautiful because I was so afraid to tell him. But then like once I did, it was just received with such love. And I'm just like, oh my God, if only everyone just like opened up and spoke their truth. Like, it's just so beautiful. It's just like, oh my God. It's just like, okay, I'm afraid to hurt people. But it's like, it's okay if you hurt somebody too. Because even if you hurt somebody, it's like you don't intentionally do it, you know, and you know where your heart is. And so it's like, even if they get hurt, like, then I can just hold them in that hurt and like see them and listen to them and be there for them. And then it just gets so good. I just feel like, oh my God, we're just like here to love and be loved and connect. And yeah, like, can we just trust what's coming through? And so it's so funny because with the first guy, the gun guy, like, like now I'm like, oh my God, like I can see there's a part of me that's like afraid to like just totally call it off, you know. There's a part of me that still wants to connect with him. There's a part of me that still wants to like continue. And it's like, you know, because I'm like, oh, but I love him and I see him, and it's like, oh wow, like I can just like share with my heart for him, like, wow, this, you know, this just isn't working, this, you know. And I started to share it last night. I was like, I don't know if we can continue like this, like maybe. And he was just like so amazing. I was like, as he said that, he was like, yeah, it's totally cool, like if we're just friends, that's awesome. And I was like, yeah, okay, well maybe we just needed to get rid of the sexual tension between us so we can actually be friends. So he messaged me today, like, and I can notice that I'm like afraid to just like call it off completely. But you know, making this video and sharing with you guys, I'm like, okay, it's really clear, like I am gonna like just tell him, okay, I just want to be friends. And it's like, oh, I can breathe then, you know. One of my friends told me once, like, flip a coin, right, and make a decision. And it's like, I don't ever want to do that. I don't want to flip a coin to make a decision. Like, and it's like, okay, well, what did you hope wasn't the answer? You know. So maybe it's like, break up with them, and it's like, no, I don't want that to be an answer. Then maybe you do want to be with them. Whereas like, if it said like stay with them, I was like, no, I want to break up with them. It's like, okay, go with that gut feeling. Like, just go with that. I think it's like we're so afraid to make a mistake. Or have a regret. And it's just like realizing everything is here to help us. Like, you can't make a mistake, you know. Like, some of the biggest freaking mistakes that I've made were the best things that ever happened, because it led me to the truth of who I am and what I want, and helps me to get clearer and clearer, more focused, more, you know, clearer and clearer. So yeah, speak your truth.